kind of see what I'm talking about. So this is basically, and again, if you know, I know it's been a while, but this is basically a miniature version of their 8th scale LST and LST2 monster truck, and it kind of uses a double deck chassis. You can see right here. I'm not sure. I'm sure on the larger ones, this black part was metal probably, but this is just plastic. And then you do have some aluminum chassis bracing, as you can see right here. That's all metal, obviously. And that large centerpiece in the center there is metal as well. But here are those two steering servos, if I can get it to focus for you guys. I'm sorry about the light, I know it's not the best, but it's a little yellowish. But yeah, those are the two steering servos. The factory ones were good. I upgraded to some high-tech mini servos, Metal Gear servos, and they've been really wonderful. Really kind of trick way, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get some light in there. Let me try. Here you go, you can kind of see really trick way they do this. So you know, they're just kind of linked with that little bar, and then that's really it, guys. And yeah, it works really well. I have a nut on there on the end here for the turnbuckle, so they don't, because when I switched the servos out, some of the height was kind of different, and I had to actually Dremel out a little bit, and it's kind of hard to see. I know I have a black table. I should really work on that, but trust me, it is Dremeled out right there. So it when the suspension bottoms out, it just kind of gives a little more play with what kind of and again, yeah, I'm trying to get in there for you, but with this black background and with the table, it's just not doing a great job. But yeah, so that's really nice, and you can see servos right here. Here are the two motors, brushed motors, and they're honestly fine for a 1/18 scale vehicle. They're more than adequate. I have considered going brushless, but really for this, like I just said, it's kind of overkill. There's really no point. And like I said, also, you know, I just don't want to take any chances with the drivetrain. These obviously aren't being made anymore, and you know, getting parts for them is somewhat difficult. So this one's, as you can see, pretty much completely stock. This, you know, these are the original receivers and electronic speed control, and they're fine. I just linked this because it was Spectrum already, and I had that DX3S. It just bound directly to my DX3S, and yeah, works perfectly fine, so no issues there. And then I did go to a Dean's style connector for my batteries. This one did come with a Lipo battery, which is really nice, and it worked up until about last year or so, I want to say, and then it kind of gave out on me. So actually, you know, I thought finding batteries for this would be tough, because the battery compartment is actually right below here. You can see that negative space, if you will. So there's nothing there, but yeah, your battery just sits right there, and then there's 3 clips, 1, 2, 3, that clip on and hold your battery, and then obviously is also the mount for your electronics up there as well. But yeah, so that works pretty well. So I found some Turnigy 1.3 milliamp 2-cell lipos on eBay. I think I got 2 of them for 25 or 30 bucks. So not too bad. Or maybe it was $20. Might have been actually 20. So yeah, really not bad at all. And they're really great. I charged it up, put it in, works fine, and this thing rips with that 2-cell lipo. The original lipo, I think, is only a 700 milliamp, so this is double the runtime, but it just gives a lot more punch. And so I found it actually on my radio. I dial it down to only 60% power, and man, I probably get like 30 to 40 minutes of runtime on a single charge, which is great. And this thing's a ton of fun. It's got a ton of suspension travel, well dampened. I have changed the oil in here once. I think it's, I want to say it's like 35 or 40 weight all around. But yeah, this thing is extremely, I mean, there's no movement. So really well dampened, and yeah, you do get, so again, with the limited edition model of this, not only did you get I believe it's metal gears. I want to say it's metal gears in the differentials, but you also got aluminum and threaded shock bodies and aluminum shock caps, which is great because the regular edition was plastic. And then I think actually that's really about it. You did get the wheels and tires are slightly different. The body is a little bit different. It's not that it's kind of mimicking the body from the larger truck that they had, their 8th scale LST2. They gave you some stickers to kind of put on there, which I've dabbled in a little bit, but yeah. Besides that, and the Lipo battery, that's really all the changes they made to the limited edition model. But it's a really great truck. Like I said, I don't think too many people have talked about it before, and it's just a lot of fun. It works well, and it's something that they don't really make anymore. The monster truck craze is long over at this point, and man, I was a big advocate of that. So when that died down, I kind of got out of the hobby for a bit, but this guy's great for inside, especially right now with everyone kind of staying at home. Oh my God, move the cars out of the garage. This thing rips in the garage, drifting around, jumping over. Put a couple binders in place, make a little jump for it. It's really awesome, and man, it can hang with anything. I mean, I know Losi just came out with the stadium truck. I'm sure it could hang with that, no problem. Plenty of power, and again, if you do get an upgraded radio, there's a lot of adjustability that goes into that. Like I said, I kind of tune it down, but it's still plenty fast, even at only 60% throttle. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure that I don't break anything because parts are harder to come by for this. Not impossible, but just a little more difficult than I would like. But yeah, overall, guys, really, really cool truck. I try to keep it pretty clean. I've simple greened the tires a few times because I do run this outside. But it goes through grass fine. It can do 10th scale jumps pretty much no problem. Again, it doesn't have the raw speed that a 10th scale has, so it's not going to get as high in the air. And then obviously the suspension is more than capable of getting this thing plush back on the ground. So yeah, I just wanted to show this truck off to everyone and just kind of show it some love because, like I said, I feel like it's a little underappreciated and a bit forgotten about in today's world of RCs and all the new companies. I can't even keep track of them. There's Arma. There's, I think, Red Cat's kind of becoming a little more prevalent, I feel like, in the beginners cars and the crawler scene and all that stuff. And then you have Associated, and they have their new different line out that they're calling a different name, and Traxxas with their Latrex stuff. I don't know. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going around the hobby right now. Good stuff, but just different. And this is from a bit of a different time. It's 9 years old now, and still a really great truck. It still hauls, man. So just wanted to show it off to you guys today, give it some love, and hopefully as the weather kind of keeps starting to get a little better, I'll take this guy out a little more. Of course, this is a lot easier than these two brutes over here, getting up and running those nitros and living in a subdivision. Those aren't probably as welcome as this is, something electric. And so that does bring me to another project that I am looking forward to. I don't want to say anything about it yet because I don't have any of the parts yet. I don't have the chassis yet, but it's definitely something that I will be showing you guys when I do start that build. Hopefully it's in the next month or so. I know that's kind of seems far, but I haven't made a video in 8 months, so maybe that's sooner than it might actually seem. But yeah, anyway, guys, just wanted to give you this to check out. And if you haven't seen one of these, hope you have a little bit of respect for it. Got a little bit of an idea of what it is, and if you do have one or had one of these, I'm sure you know how awesome they were. So if you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps me out a lot. And think about subscribing if you enjoy the content. There is more to come. I know I'm very sporadic with posting videos, but I am trying to get better at that. And I do love RC. I've just taken a backseat to it recently and been doing some other stuff in my personal life, but I am looking forward to getting back into the hobby. It's a great hobby, and a lot of fun can be had. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one.